It's 6 a.m. on a quiet April morning in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. There are 6 of us crew members bound for a place tucked in the coastline called Good Hope Cannery, a private lodge nestled deep in Rivers Inlet. We've gathered at the Royal Vancouver Yacht Club, and it's so good to see familiar faces, including my nephew Raymond, who stumbled in a little bit late. Together, we are heading north, but first there's a stop to make at the Thunderbird Marina to pick up Kevin Conway and the 36-foot eagle craft named Chuckwalla. There's something magnetic about this place, surrounded by forested hills and rows upon rows of boats, resting quietly in their slips. Every vessel seems to have a story and an interesting name.
Didn't forget? No?
We're not here for long, just enough time to make a small shift in our crew. Dwayne and Kevin will take Guama and follow the rest of us on the Chuckwalla. With our crew set and the tides in our favor, we untie and ease away from the dock. For Ted and Dwayne, this is a familiar path, but one that never feels quite the same twice. Ahead of us lies long miles of coastline, a little open water, and a quiet pull of the inlet, drawing us back to a place that feels like home. Somewhere behind us, city noise is echoing into someone's morning, but not ours. Ours is filled with sun and salt air. A calm day like this is a gift. No whitecaps, no fighting the tide, just an easy glide north with good company and a strong coffee. Ted acts as our own personal tour guide, pointing out some interesting places, like Texada Island Mine, one of the oldest and largest limestone quarries in Canada. The coastline slips past like a slow-moving painting. Rocky outcrops, dense forests, and the occasional cabin tucked in where you'd least suspect it. Everything feels both wild and lived in, rugged yet familiar. There's a kind of clarity that comes with being out here, away from the cell towers and the traffic lights, surrounded by water. It gives your mind room to wander. It's time to fuel up at Discovery Harbor Marina in Campbell River. Last year it was so rough, like it's so calm.
I know.
So
and
nice.
It's supposed to be strong winds.
Yeah, yeah.
We paid, I remember
It was up to
paying,
like $2 at one point.
no, it's over. I was paying $2.25 for diesel, I remember.
Yeah, the diesel got elevated.
Let me film you talking about this, and then
We
we'll
really
go.
want coffee.
Yeah, let's go get some then.
Yeah, come on, floaters, join us. Floaters. Welcome back to season 2, 3.
Season
Drifters,
3.
Floaters, floating drifters, drifting floaters.
We grabbed some fresh coffees from the island grind before hopping back onto the boat for the second leg of our journey. Raymond is really going to make a great dockhand this year, which I think is a much more suitable position for him than last year as our dishwasher. I love the views from the water. It's such a different perspective and one that not everyone gets to see. There's so many beautiful and interesting places tucked along the coastline. As we motor along, we see logging barges and different markers as we enter Seymour Narrows. It really gets wild in here when the tides are dropping. The current rips through like a river, forming whirlpools and strange swirling patterns. It's kind of mesmerizing, but it's also a little intimidating. Fun fact about Seymour Narrows, it was once home to Ripple Rock, a submerged Twin Peak mountain that caused over 100 shipwrecks before being destroyed in April of 1958 by the largest non-nuclear explosion in history. We kept on cruising, enjoying the view, and looking at different boats that passed us by. I started getting that, "Are we there yet?" feeling. Only a couple more hours to go now, and I'm really starting to fade. We passed by an open net salmon farm, which I've learned now is a threat to the wild salmon. Hopefully someday they'll be moved onto land where the risk of pollution and disease is way lower. We passed by more boats, and now the water's starting to get quite choppy, which kept me from falling asleep. At one point, the guys spotted something in the water and wanted to check it out. But no, it wasn't a treasure chest. It would have been pretty sweet though. The skies turned gray as we neared Alert Bay, which is home to the world's tallest totem pole, standing over 170 feet or 50 meters tall. After passing a BC ferry and another lighthouse, we're finally arriving in Port Hardy. It's about 4:30 p.m., so that makes this a 10-hour trip.
It's raining.
There's our hotel, the Glen Lion, conveniently located beside the marina. late night lady. The late night lady here, folks. Look out for her on the water. There she shows.
305, 306. Bingo.
11. Happy days. See you in a bit. There we go. And after a nice dinner, a hot shower, and a restful night, it was time to prepare for the final leg of our journey.
Call my number, call my name.
We had to fuel up again, and don't even ask because it was a crazy amount.
Call my number.
I had a Save on Foods order delivered to us that we will load onto Guama, and it'll be enough food to feed us for the week.
We both know I'm to blame.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now we get to go to Good Hope.
Call my number, call my name.
It's a quiet, reflective moment as we take our final look at the city before heading into the wilderness for months. The ride started off calm, but the ocean is rough again today. It's gonna be a bumpy ride. Last year was a tough trip for me, and I got sick both days. Waves are crashing against rocks as a couple of us try to focus on the horizon so that we don't feel seasick. Finally, we found a calm spot near an island that gave us some shelter from the choppy seas to have a quick break. The guys decided this was the perfect spot to try jigging. Pretty soon, Ted is on a fish. Ruby grabs the net for her first time to help scoop out this creature from the deep. The hook comes out, but we got the fish. First lingcod of the season, ladies and gentlemen.
Well done, Teddy. Nice one.
Now let's go home to the lodge. I've missed it so much. This magical, mystical, amazing place called Rivers Inlet. It takes my breath away. Good Hope Cannery isn't just where I work. It's a part of me. And we're here. There's a whisper on the night wind. There's a star agleam to guide us. And the wild is calling. Calling. Let us go.